Why can't I get a job interview? And some ways to get one. Landing a job interview can be a very exciting thing to have. Unfortunately, it's getting increasingly difficult to get one. First, let's discuss some of the reasons why that happens. First, too much competition. One of the reasons is that there are so many people applying for the same job. If you frequent a place like LinkedIn, you'll notice that many jobs tend to get hundreds of applications within the first hours of their launch. And one of the strategies that is recommended online is to make your profile or make your application stand out as much as possible. That means that HR employees have to sort through so many different applications in order to find the right candidate, which in most cases they don't. So, how do they usually pick the right one? One of the common strategies nowadays is to use AI programs. And these used to be simple filters where they can look for or exclude some keywords from people's applications. However, things changed dramatically with the rise of large language models, allowing HR departments to rely on algorithms to sort through the good applicants from the bad ones. Or at least that's what they think. If you ever happen to receive one of those "thank you for your application and we'll be in contact with you if you're chosen for an interview," there's a term for that among HR departments, and that's called a Dear John letter. Dear John letter is an automatically generated message that is typically sent to candidates who are excluded from the application process. If you get one of those, this can indicate that no human has ever looked in your application and no one will ever do. Another customary way HR departments tend to use for hiring is referrals. When you have a referral, your chances at getting the job rises dramatically. However, not all referrals come equal. A referral from above has a much higher rate of success than a referral from below. Bear in mind that there can be multiple referrals for the same job. Another practice among HR departments is to use a bunch of applications, either from the top or from the bottom of the list. So it's a good practice to apply early. So how do people get jobs? Bear in mind that the information being shared here are results of personal experience, and they are in no way, shape, or form recommendations to follow. One of the tricks people use to land interviews is exaggerated resumes, or bespoke ones. For example, if the job requires 1 year of experience, some people will claim that they have 5 years of experience. Now you may be thinking, but that's stupid because the employers will find out eventually. Well, sometimes they do, other times they don't. The reason why is because many HR employees don't like to work more than they have to. And by selecting someone for an interview, most likely this is a person that they actually want to hire, and that person would have to give them an excuse not to hire them. Another thing to note here is that many jobs have requirements which have little to nothing to do with the actual nature of the job. That means if you do get the job, most of the time you're going to be trained anyway, whether you have experience for it or not. And in many cases, you'll end up doing something that you're probably never attempted to do before. Another strategy is to use referrals. So instead of focusing your energy on applying for as many jobs as you can, focus that on meeting as many people as you can. This can help you land good jobs, whether you have the experience for them or not. Another strategy is to use unconventional methods. One of them is to send a snail mail letter to one of the higher ups in the company. You can simply write a letter with your resume and you just put it in an envelope and send it to the name, addressed to the name of the CEO of the company. If it makes it to them, and the odds are it probably will not, then they might offer you something. Another strategy is to start from the bottom. And while this may seem time consuming, which it probably is, in many cases it is better than spending months applying for numerous amounts of jobs. For example, if you want to work as a software engineer in one company, it might be wise to try something that requires much lower expertise within the same company. That is probably not going to be related to software engineering, but that'll be a great way to meet people who can help you climb higher. Now, I know this video is supposed to be about landing an interview, but keep in mind that not all interviews are formal. Many interviews happen as casual conversations, which can help you get a referral for a job. With that being said, thank you for listening and good luck on your job search.